I'll have a chat to you about the best visa you can get to come and retire here in Laos if you're not a Lao national, like a Lao Australian or a Lao American, and you're not married to a Lao person. Because many of you might know that there is no retirement visa in Laos, but I'll let you know what they use and how easy it is to get. Lady. These all come from.
Well, I just got into town about an hour ago. Took a look around, see which way the wind blows. With the little girls in the Hollywood bungalow. Are you a lucky little lady in the city of light? Or just another lost angel? City of night.
Oh my.
City of
Look at
night.
that. What a troopy.
City of night. Woo! Come on!
Okay, this is what 3 weeks of growth looks like. It has been 3 weeks since Eddie and I were getting into this place. Something's just caught my eye over here. I don't know who's been attacking our tree here, mate. Oh, it's just weeping that. Looks like it has been. Might lop those lower branches off while I'm here. Okay. Eddie's back home in the States, up in hillbilly country. So we do have a tenant, a couple coming out here. They don't mind sharing with Eddie. Actually, they're looking forward to it, would you believe? But around the 18th they'll be out here, but this will be a jungle. Just want to keep on top of it for them, and they're keen to look after the place for us. You know, that is what we wanted mainly. We weren't after the money for the place. We just want the place to be kept and lived in. You've seen over the years how bad it gets when nobody comes out here. Crikeys, look at your bananas, Eddie. This unit, hasn't he got big broad leaves? Okay, everything seems to be going all right. Bad news on the avocado front, mate. But, these were just avocados Eddie grew from seed. I think we're going to have to whack in some grafted ones, get them to take, because everything else has. I'm going to get out of these thongs. I don't like walking around in this long brush with thongs on, not with the amount of snakes around. But I'm staying here the night. Tried to get out here this morning. I was going to get up at 6:30, get out here, work in the morning, have lunch, work in the afternoon, piss off back home. But 6:30 was absolutely flogging down at home. I've been trying to get out here all week. Friday, 3rd of October, it's my last shot. But after it finished raining around 10, sun come out. It's been like this all day. So after lunch I pulled the pin, packed the troopy, and I'm out here. I'm going to get into it now, cut this front yard, the sarv, go up, have some pad kapow and a beer lao, and tomorrow get into the side yard. So How's the weather back there, Ed? Doing all right, mate? The river has come back up a bit. As some of you might be aware, it is flooding in a lot of areas around Vientiane. We're all right in Vientiane. It's not too bad. As you can see, the river's not up too high. But surrounding rivers, little side rivers like the Neenee, is at the back of Perko's property. His farmhouse, 2 metres underwater. Mawang Fawang. You guys know Mawang Fawang. We've stayed in the river cabins up there before. The dam up there copped that much rain, it had to release the water. And it's rose up. Some of the river cabins have been torn loose and demolished underneath that new bridge they were building there. So, yeah, in Vientiane, no flooding at all. Surrounding areas, unfortunately, yeah, just through heavy rains and them not releasing the dam water beforehand. You'd think they'd look at the weather forecast and gradually let that water out. No, just all of a sudden, they've just let it go. All right. I hope that light isn't too dark for you guys. Got to turn it that way, give you a look at the river rather than just back in at the house. The most common visa that expats, foreign immigrants, use to live in Laos for a good length of time, more than 12 months, on a visa that's a multi-entry, come and go as often as you please. There is no retirement visa. I use a spouse visa. There is a new one recently for Lao Americans, Lao Aussies. Nationals went overseas and lived. There is a visa for you guys now to come back and live long term, but that's not what this discussion is about. This is about what normal expats use who aren't married to a Lao person, and it is called the LAB2 visa. The LAB2 visa is commonly known as the work visa, but you can get the work visa. The LAB2 comes in two parts. It's the actual visa itself and then the work permit also. And what expats get is the visa, but they don't pay the extra for the work permit, so you're not allowed to work here. But to be able to get that, you need somebody to sponsor you, because it's usually a work visa and the employer gets it for you because you're working for them. So that's where an agent comes into it. I did just recently in a video mention it offhandedly about the LAB2 visa, and one of my long-term subscribers, Fred, how you going, mate? Hope you're doing well there. He was a bit confused about why do you need the agent? What, you know, are they employing you? Or he didn't understand why you need an agent. But because it is a work visa, somebody has to sponsor you to come into the country. Somebody is taking responsibility for you. And it's not a visa you can do yourself. Spouse visa, you can do yourself, renew yourself. The LAB2 visa, you do need an agent. So a good agent will ask the questions. They will make sure you are not going to do anything wrong, because if you get in trouble here in Laos, it falls back on the agent. You know, they're like a proxy employer. You know, they're putting their name, they're vouching for you. You know, it's all above board. That's how probably 70-80% of expats actually live in Laos. It costs about roughly $450 to $550 US a year. The work permit part on top of that, like you can get the work permit without an employer here through an agent the same way. You're just paying extra for that work permit. But for the expats, you don't pay the extra for the work permit. You know, so you're looking about $450 to $550 depending on the agent, and the work permit is usually about $100, $150 more if you wanted to work here, go and find work. But, that is what everybody uses. It's a multi-entry visa, come and go as you want. 500 a year. You do not need to have a bank account here. You do not need so much in your bank account. Like I've heard, from other countries in Southeast Asia, Thailand, for instance, they've made it so hard for just your normal expat to go and live there now. And you've still got to do check-ins. What is it, every 90 days or so? You don't even have to do check-ins here. So you don't need a Lao bank account. You don't need bloody so much money in your account, wherever that is, where you're coming from. And you just disappear into the jungle for 12 months and reappear when it needs renewing. That's it. Chris Perkins may be able to answer something on this too. He does have a spouse visa though. But if you're over here and you don't need that multi-entry part of it going out, it's much cheaper. I think he said it's a ridiculous price what he's paying for his spouse visa here a year, because he has no desire to leave the country, and it's very little. I think I'm paying about $120 a month for my spouse visa, but for expats who are single wanting to live here, you're looking roughly about $500, guys. Get an agent, and the two agents I recommend, and I recommend them because I knew one of them, and he was a great guy. Chris Barth, unfortunately, he passed away last January, but his family and friends have continued the business going, and his family's looking after that now, and they're still looking after people in the same manner he did. So Chris Barth visa and Mina Maruko, they're the two people, whenever people ask on Facebook, the foreigner sites and that, the groups, they're the two people most expats always recommend. There's other people who do it, and I'm not saying they don't do it properly, but you don't want to be scammed out of that money. I have heard of people saying they've taken their money and just never heard from them again. And it is a lot of money, so Chris Barth visa, Mina Maruko. One other thing with that, and it was the same with the spouse visa, once you're initiating it, you do have to leave the country and to come back in, because they have to start it at a border crossing. So if you have time and you've travelled to Laos before and it is you, probably initiate this, get in touch with the agents and get the paperwork ready before you actually arrive in Laos. And then when you come into the country, you can just initiate your visa then. It's ready to go. You're not going to have to pay for that tourist visa. Whereas if you're not sure, you're just coming here on a tourist visa, that is what you'd get. You'd pay your $40 or $50 for 3 months, which can be extended for another 60 days, and then go about getting that LAB2 visa. But once it's ready to go, you'll get the document, which lasts for 30 days. You've got to leave the country, just duck back to Thailand, wherever, it doesn't matter, and then you've got to come back in, and then that will start your visa then. Before I go, one other thing I'll mention about coming to Laos for an extended period of time. For those who don't want to get the LAB2 visa, think they can come here and stay by using a visitor or tourist visa and extending that to the 3-month time period, then doing a visa run. That's well and good, but you cannot rent a property here. You cannot rent a house or an apartment. They are restricted to long-term visas. When you're on a tourist visa, you are restricted to guest houses and hotels. So just bear that in mind. You know, if you only wanted to live in Laos, you know, for a good extended holiday and just stay in one place, you're going to find it difficult to find a place to rent if you're just using a tourist visa, because you're not supposed to be renting a house here on that visa. It needs to be a long-term visa, such as LAB2, your spouse visa, your returning Lao national visas, or your digital nomads, or business visa. Any other questions that I may have missed that I haven't addressed, let us know in the comments. I'll be sure to answer you. I do read all the comments, guys. You know, sometimes I'm absolutely flat out like a lizard drinking, trying to keep in front with all the videos I'm pumping out at the moment, plus respond to the questions that do arise on my channel. But done. Keep it going, keep the thumbs up, keep the comments going, guys. YouTube is a utter pain in the ass at the moment to get exposure. You know, there is a lot happening with the shorts and just AI, and you know, it is across the board. It is not just me, it is a lot of people. They just aren't being recommended lately, and I do have a great audience, a great community here, a lot of regular followers that just are commenting all the time. So much appreciated for your help, the thumbs up and the comments. It does make a difference, you know, and as a lot of you know, it's our bread and butter here. You know, in a few years it may be a little different, you know, and I'll be able to change the content then. I'll be able to study a little bit and learn the Lao that I want to do, but I'm never giving this up, because this is my thing, this is my hobby, this is what keeps me sane. You know, you do need something here in Laos. You know, you need something to keep you busy. The LAB2, I think it is known under a different name also, but for years that is what we have been calling it. And as I said, there is no retirement visa. That is what all the expats use. You know, and it is at the agent's discretion whether you come in or not, whether they sponsor you or not, because they're the ones vouching for you. They have to be satisfied that you're not going to tarnish their name and jeopardise their privilege of doing this business in Laos, the visa business. So, but Laos, it's pretty good. The people who come here are coming here for mostly for the chill lifestyle. They know, they understand what Laos is like. You don't get many people coming here, never being here, and wanting to settle down. Mr. Monk over there, he's come to watch, come and check out this high-tech bit of gear, our lawnmower. Didn't want to stay under here too long. The amount of coconuts that have dropped, I've been kicking them out the road, but you wouldn't want one of them dropping on your head from that height, hey? That's a little bit better. Shouldn't have let it get that long, but 3 weeks. Probably get out here one more time before they come here, and it's all up to you guys. Thank you very much for all those people who did get in touch with me wanting it. Thanks a lot for the interest, but I chose these people on their situation and their background and where they are at in life. So no doubt you'll probably find out more in the future. I don't know if they want to be on camera or not yet, but as far as a fit for this place and taking care of it, I'm going with my gut, even though they haven't seen it. He's not even in the country yet, but just going with a gut feel about this guy. And if not, if it doesn't work out, I'll let you know again. It's not hard to find a taker for this place, not at 100 sharing with Eddie, who's here a couple of days a week, or 200 for yourself. But at the moment, thanks for your interest, it is off the market. And don't know if you've seen me stop when we were out there. Had a bit of a blowout. I knew they were cracking a bit, that's why I brought another pair, a backup pair. We'll go around here to ease Eddie's mind. He always worries about this in here. Maybe they were just doing it to shit stir you, because it looks a bit cleaned up now, this path now, Eddie. Knew how it worried you. Yeah, this was just freshly nuked last time. Brought you down here, poisoned. And they did give it a drenching. But what's that in there? Probably a tree snake making all that noise. Right, that boat's high and dry. We've had some good flowing rain here recently. Yeah. No doubt this will continue to dig itself deeper and deeper into a ravine, but the footings of our fence do go down. As far as that is out of the ground there now, it's in the ground even further. There is no undermining that. And if it keeps going too far, we'll just pour a heap of concrete in here. So yeah, this is holding up around here. Okay, yeah, this is coming along good now. Where it was washing out before, it's starting to fill back up in. So worried about this point washing away where the bamboo is. Once the bamboo's gone, these trees would be gone next, and we'd lose a lot of this ground here. But it's a net right in the fork of that tree there. And old Eddie's pathway is long gone now, hey mate? She looks like it's carved a bit of depth in here now too, hey? What a beautiful time of the day. Still haven't seen these birds come back yet. They can't be too far away, so we'll get back up there. What a beautiful part of the river, eh? Maybe I missed it, but those birds haven't arrived back yet. Do they come in late of a Friday, Eddie? Thinking maybe they've stopped at the bloody pub on the way home, you know, because they usually erupt, fly out of there at dawn in the morning and then come back at sunset. But I missed them, maybe. Caught them on time lapse, I don't know. My go-to meal here when I'm on the road or at this place, our restaurant in Kokhea. Not our restaurant, but it's where we eat when we come here, and they do make a very nice P.D.R. And I am a broth fan now, so see you guys in the morning. come up good. I'm happy with that. Haven't lost one of these skinny units. 14 of them down along there. They're going well. Wait till into the dry season, let this dry out, and we'll burn that, and then it'll all be lawn. Bloody walking away without me hook knife, whatever you call it. This thing, what do they call them? Because that was good for reaching the higher branch there that I couldn't have a swing at with my Hmong knife. Sharp as hell. They usually use them for clearing jungle. Yeah, look at that. That's how you see them mowing the lawn sometimes. Tidying up, bloody. Whoa! You just didn't see that, did you? Tidying up bananas. All the suckers on this now. Suckers on them everywhere. Big grasshopper there. Righto, I'm going to start packing up. Gotta make a move, go home and do some work. Edit. Clear this a bit, eh? She's a lot harder than that timber, this bamboo. Just got to watch out for me old mate, the old tree snake in here. Harmless, beautiful snakes that scare the hell out of Lao people. This was put in here to stop the locals coming up and taking all the bamboo shoots from this side. It was thinning out too much, this clump of bamboo. We've got to hang on to it. We're not being stingy bastards, don't mind them taking it, but taking too many, eventually that'll be gone.
Mr. Mojo rising, Mr. Mojo rising, Mr.